Alright guys, in today's episode I'm going to be changing my wired 9.5 Smittybilt winch that's about 12 years old into a wireless winch using a little doodad up on Amazon for 19 bucks. And I'll drop the link in the description. All I have is winch in, winch out, power, ground, and a little antenna. You don't do anything with this one. I had to wire it up. This particular kit comes with 2 remote controls, like roughly the size of garage door openers for in and out. That's all we need. Some of these kits have key fobs, which I opted against because I lose them like crazy. Really bad at that. These just clip on the sun visor and they stay there as long as you need them to stay there. So, let's get started. First step, we're going to find power and ground, make sure we have them correct. Beep boop. This is obviously going to be the ground. And the red one, power, 12 volts. Okay. So ground's going to go here, power's going to go here. Now let's figure out which one of these is your in and out. What you want to do is wedge your ground into your solenoid there just a little bit so you can read your multimeter. And poke the back side of this, and let's go out first. Alright, so brown is your out. Blue is your in. Alright, so we're going to be doing in and out. We're going to be using your brown and your blue. The yellow is going to be left alone. And now it's time for some tailgate tampering. So, what we're going to do is wire this to this. Let's do it. And like we said before, brown's winch out and blue is winch in. Now on your controller, yellow will go to blue, white will go to brown. So let's get that done. Try and do this inside here because I'm lazy and don't feel like taking this out of the cover. Which, by the way, Smittybilt, great quality control with their customer service. Mine was smashed, called them up, said, hey, mine's broken. Can you send me a replacement or at least link me to it, because I was told that the new Gen 3s don't fit the Gen 2s. Apparently they do, so they just sent me one. No cost, no nothing, just sent it out, and they sent me a brand new wired controller. So big shout to Smittybilt for being a solid company to deal with. Now, we're gonna strip just a wee bit of this brown back. All right. Oh yeah. And we're gonna get some of this excess hair in our way. And remember, white to brown, blue to yellow. So, give us some extra space. We have a way of locking this away. Ooh. Pull all the fuzzies off. You don't want fuzzies in your fuzziness. The only downside to these fabric things is, these fabric colored wires, is they always get in your way a little bit because we're going to be soldering these. So clean it the best you can. Take your wire, twist her in. Make sure you get nice and tight in there. All right. That's one. Then we're going to take the old Get Together 6500. It's actually just a butane little soldering iron here. Prime. Boop. Let that heat up until she's nice and warm. A little bit of solder on it underneath. And work the solder into the wire. Don't put it on the tippy. Let the wire heat up. And melt right into the wire. And that's one. Take some tapey while it's still hot so it can suck itself in. Make sure you wrap nice and tight. Nobody wants loose tape because then you get water on the side. I mean, you could cut this open and do waterproof connectors. I was going to do a Deutsch connector setup, but I don't have the space under the cover for a Deutsch connector. So tape is going to be. I'm going to take yellow, measure your length, choppy, splicey, a little strippy. I use a nice sharp pair of dikes when I strip wire. If you want to use one of those fancy pants little strippy boys, you can. That's fine. I just don't like the feel of them. And I feel like I have better control with a pair of dikes. A good pair of dikes. Don't go to AutoZone and buy yourself the dullest thing in the world. That's only going to hurt you. And a little bit of strip action here. Halfway through and pull. There we go. And then take your, again, I'm not a big fan of the fabric coated wires because you get little dingly danglies that get in your way. Just cut them off. Make sure you get a clean wrap. Nice and tight. Should look like that. Take the solder melt to 6,000 one more time. Heat that wire. Once you heat your wire back up, slowly feed it some solder. And once again, tape while hot. Be sure to burn yourself at least twice, otherwise you didn't do it right. Ow! Like that. Make sure to wind your tape nicely. Don't just slap it together because you want to keep as much of the element out as possible for as long as possible. And what's nice about doing it this way is you retain your wired winch capabilities, but you also have the clicky poppy. And that's it as far as this section goes. Now, let's go back to the Jeep and do the rest. Now, you're going to take a 3/16 and a 13 on the bottom here. Loosen up this power wire. Do. This should be fun to put back together, huh? What do you guys think? I think so. Alright. Pop this off quick. Take your power, put it through, line the nut back up, which is going to be the hardest part of the whole thing. See if we can get started easily. Chances are it's not going to happen for me. Oh, dropped it. Sometimes an ongoing thing for me is dropping nuts when it's really hard to get them back out. Oh yeah, also make sure you hook your winch so things don't go super south and get sparky on you. Alright, come here, you little nut. Get back in your hole. Okay. Come on, man. Wasn't joking when I said the hardest part's gonna be getting this nut to go back into place. You don't have a lot of room to work with here. Try this again. Now, once your wire is on, get the nut to thread back in, which might take you a little bit because you ain't got a lot of room to work with here. I'll tell you that. hold it in place there like that. Hope this works out for me. And we're back. Swing this over here, bend it up like the other one is. Not on the bottom to 13, so take your 13, push it back in there. Tighten her down. Try and hold your wire in place there. All right, that's one. And now, the last piece of the puzzle here is the ground. And that's going to be a 5/32. So, off comes ground. Losing the nut, finding the bolt, taking your ground, stick it through. Make sure you get the other ones with your lockable thing there. 1, 2, and 3. Thread it back in. And that's all your wiring. Now I'm going to quickly slam this back together and we'll test it out. That about does it for the installation process. Now we got to test it out. So I'm going to turn the switch on, out, in. Mint. I think the hardest part of this job, to be completely honest, was actually packaging all that stuff into the small solenoid cover. It does fit, obviously, because it's together, but it's going to infuriate you, so just take your time, get it done. Can't beat $20 fix to make yourself wireless as opposed to spending God knows how much on a new winch. But that'll do it for this episode of Ryan's Industrious Garage. Stay tuned for more episodes coming. There's a bunch of small things we're going to do this thing. We still have the SYE kit to do. We got to fix the front passenger seat. We got to put the plow frame on, get the rear shocks in. The list is ever growing, but we'll get there one step at a time. See you guys next time.